We've made it halfway, I think. It's the fact that we're having to dodge poo as we go up from the donkey. Hello everyone. I'm laughing because I've just kicked Ty out of the bedroom so that I can speak to you all. But it's the end of day one. So, well, what would be day three is actually our day one. Today we had a boat trip, and so we went around all of Santorini, like to the tip, and like we went for a couple of swims at the beaches, and then we stopped by, well, our boat docked at Oya, and so we went for like a little walk around there afterwards. It was so hard, like there was like 220 steps, and the steps were honestly like this, made of stones, and I was in sandals, and I've like gotten home and gone in the jacuzzi, and my feet are peeling. And so it was just so painful and difficult. But I've just gotten ready. We're going into the town that we're staying in. I think it's called Imervi something. Emervligli, also the like housekeeping's just walked past instead of me. Oh, I find vlogging very difficult sometimes. But yeah, it's been like a gorgeous first day. I'm wearing a little number from Massimo. So I got this top, actually, it's a medium. I feel like I should have got a small, but it was in the sale and they didn't have a small. This is from Massimo. I got it in the sale on Saturday when we were actually shopping around Chelsea to try to make ourselves feel better. And then just some Ralph Lauren shorts, and then I'm going to put on some Adidas trainers, my like beige gazelle, so keeping the beige going. But we're going to go and watch the sunset like I did last night because I'm really excited for Ty to see it for the first time. Today was really nice. We had major stress again this morning, and I was just like, I just couldn't be bothered for it. So we had to be at our boat for 9:30. We'd ordered a taxi because it's like a 20-minute drive. I think it usually says like 15 minutes, but today it was 20. And we ordered our taxi whilst we were at breakfast, so like at 8:30. Obviously given us like the actual departure time for the boat was 10, and then the taxi said it was like 20 minutes away, so we like rushed back, like had a little bit longer to get ready, and then 20 minutes passed and they passed us on to a different taxi driver that was apparently closer. So we went and sat at reception, and like the clock was ticking at this point, and it was like 9:10, and I was like, well, we're not going to make this at this point. And then we messaged, like, we called the taxi driver, and we were like, where are you? Like, you're meant to be closer than the other person. And he told us it was 10 minutes away. And so we're like, we need to get to like the port, which like he already knew because we were going to the port on the booking. And then he turned up, and it was just, honestly, it was carnage. Like he was like overtaking all these like coaches, and he was calling the boat people, which was like really sweet of him. And they did hang on for us, so that was great. So we did manage to make it on the boat tour. But this morning I was just like, I cannot deal with another booking going wrong. And like, yeah, it was a stressful morning, but once we're on the boat, it was fine. It was like so fun. They were playing Mamma Mia, and like other anthems. What were they doing, like YMCA and just like Pitbull and stuff, which was quite funny towards the end. Not the whole time. The whole time it was like nice and chilled, and then as we were getting into the dock, it turned into like a party, which was great, except from I was like sleeping on the lounger on the boat, and so once I like woke up to Mamma Mia, it wasn't too bad, I'm not complaining about that, but yeah, everyone's singing and dancing was a bit much for my fresh earlobes. What am I even talking about? But we're gonna head into that town that I just told you and grab some dinner now. Hopefully I don't get scammed again. Good morning, everyone. It's now, oh my god, what day is it? I think it's Wednesday. And I'm on a quad bike. So we didn't rent a car this trip because we thought, oh, we'll just get taxis everywhere. And I would have already said in the last vlog, but there's a minimum spend in taxis of €36, which means like our 8-minute drives, because Santorini is so small, it's literally costing us like £70 a day. So we wanted to hire a car, just went to the car place, and all they had was like a nice BMW left, and we were like, fine, we'll take it, like just give us the car. Because everyone seems to be driving ATVs and quads, but we just didn't really, I'd rather just be in a car. I don't really feel too safe on this. But they were really pushy for like us to take this. And I was thinking like, why don't you want us to take this BMW? Then they told us that we need to pay a £3,000 deposit. And I was thinking, we're only taking it for today because we've already got plans tomorrow and Friday. And then we fly home Saturday afternoon. So I was like, I'm not paying £3,100 like for this car for the day. So we settled on the quad. It's just like the little one. Ty's driving, so I'm not like, luckily it's not me, but sorry, I realised I should have flipped you around. Oh, there's also a lorry in the back. But yeah, we're just going to take this quad around the island and go and do some sightseeing, because we've been wanting to like explore some places, but a bit reluctant to actually go and spend £70 a day on a taxi. So we've got this for the day. Tomorrow we're going to go and do like a cookery and wine tasting day, and then Friday's like our last proper full day. So I think we're just going to chill, go for like a nice dinner then. So I'm going to bring you along for a bit of an adventure today. Hopefully we don't crash. We only got like the basic insurance, which Ty seemed comfortable with, but because the insurance itself was like an extra 50, which is the price of this quad for the day, and I was thinking, then we may as well get the BMW, which is at £100 because it's the same price. But hey ho, here we go on the quad. So we survived the quad bike. I don't know if you can hear me. We've made it to Akatori, which is I think like the old village before like a volcano erupted, and because there's like a museum you can go and like see what it looked like before. We've just hiked up this hill of this castle, and it's literally just rubble. Like it's just crumbling stone everywhere, and like there's no tourists in this whole place, so I don't really know where it is. I don't know, we saw Akatori on like the map and it looked popular, and this was like a tourist site to go to, but yeah, I mean it's got gorgeous views. I think this is probably like farmland. We saw lots of vineyards coming down, but we are staying all the way up there, and so we've just driven like along the cliff all the way down here. I wanted to get some clips, but honestly I was so scared on the back of that on the back of the quad, my like knuckles were like white clinging on. But we've made it now. I think we're going to go further down the island because we're almost at the tip, and they've got like this gorgeous lighthouse that we saw whilst we were on the boat trip. So we're going to head down there now, probably grab some lunch, and then I'm not too sure where else we're going to take it. We've got the quad until tomorrow morning, but we're actually going to the cooking class at like 11 o'clock. So we really want to make the most of like having the quad today. I think we might go to Oya for like sunset tonight and use it there. Otherwise, yeah, there's no point going and then spending our money on a taxi. So probably going to drive up to Oya, which is this area up there. That's like the most famous place to go and see the sunset, because you can see the whole like circle of the island. What I'd realised is Santorini apparently used to be a massive volcano, and then it collapsed in the middle, and so that's the remnants of the volcano and like the magma or whatever, and then all of this is now just like a circle outside, so like all of these islands obviously used to be connected. And so yeah, doing a little bit of doing some cultural activities. There is a rooster or something going crazy over there. I'm gonna go and check that out. survived another journey up to the very tip of the island. So, well, I don't know if we're up or down. Obviously, that's where we are still. Like, actually, I'm lost. That's weird. I think we're over there somewhere. She's gonna ruin my hair. I feel like I've just got to, what's the word? Suck it up. Your hairstyle's fine because your hair's flat. It would look nice and neat for you. I'm gonna look like a Lego head.
Sweaty.
Yeah. There we go. Good morning, everyone. So today is Thursday, I want to say, and oh, I went to lay back and that is ages away from me, far away. Today's Thursday. We're off to do a cooking and wine tasting class now. It's only like 10 a.m. and we just had breakfast. I tried to like bulk up on the breakfast because I'm thinking if we're tasting like 4 glasses of wine, it's gonna be a heavy morning. But I think it's more around cooking anyway, so we'll see. Hopefully there's lots of food. The holiday's going really good so far. Yesterday you would have seen that we hired a quad bike and we just did some exploring of the island and we went to Oya for sunset. I think some people pronounce it like Ia, but we went to, I'm gonna say Oya, O-I-A. But yeah, we went there for sunset. That was gorgeous. It's like the busiest part of the island because I think everyone goes there for sunset. So that was really nice. We managed to find a really nice restaurant to go there and had like some, what did I get? I think we got like a chicken pasta and a chicken Slovakia, so like a kebab and a wrap. And that was nice. And then came home. The drive home was crazy because it was so windy and all of a sudden like, I don't know if it was like cloud, it was like dust clouds like coming in. So we are quite high up on the mountain. So we like went around the back of the island, which was quite scary because there's like no lights and like it's not really like a main road. And then we had to just like ascend up into these mountains in the darkness with like this cloud coming in. So that wasn't a fun experience. And I'm like clinging on to the back, one hand trying to like read the directions and another hand like trying to make sure I'm not falling off whilst we're going over all these bumps. Today we've not got a quad bike, we've got a driver coming to pick us up any second. So I'm gonna head to the reception now so we can meet him. And then I'll speak to you guys when we're at the, well, not too sure I'll do much speaking at the cooking class, but I'll capture some clips then.
Those fish with my bare hands. So for the first dish, I'm already yeah.
The potato fritters, I think, and then we'll put some flour on them. Santorini Greek salad. It looked so nice before as the salad, and it just looks like, I don't even know what. Brown.
First of all, go start changing and I think it's not good. Yeah, that's good.
So this is the cookery school. I'm trying to convince Ty to get a photo in here of me, so you might see that in the vlog. But we're just in a different part of Santorini. I think it's called Camerami, something like that. A few people at the cooking class are actually staying nearby and they've said it's really nice and just chilled here. Although we are right by the airport, so there's been quite a few planes flying over, but I just can't believe it's literally on the beach. It's a gorgeous location. We're all cooking in here and then we've like sat down. This is where we're eating our dinner over there. And yeah, this is it. They've got like a little, almost like a vineyard. So the wine that we're drinking has been grown like 200 meters on the estate behind. But they've got some grapes hanging down, and then we've got some like herbs all over. So we just keep coming over here to like pick our herbs and our rosemary for the potatoes that we're having with the fish. But yeah.
Down. Nice.
Hello. So we're back from cooking class. We're actually back like hours ago. I think it's now 6 o'clock. We got back around 3, but it was so good. We ended up having like 7 glasses of wine. We had 2 whites, 1 rosé, and then 1 dessert wine. The dessert wine was a bit lethal, if I'm honest. It was like really, I think it was like 8 years old, but I think I might have caught the sun a bit too much today. Yeah, it was like aged 8 years, and it was like, I usually have like a white dessert wine, but this was really like caramelized and like red. It wasn't like a red wine, but it was like brown, like it was like the color of whiskey. See my reflection there. But it was really nice. We ended up cooking as well, like a Greek salad, some like, was it like a feta pastry thing? You would have seen all of this. We did sea bass with potatoes, and then also, what was the second thing that we made? Oh, it was like vegetable frittatas. So it was like courgette, onion, tomatoes, and then we like fried them in oil. Nice and healthy. But we're just heading out now for dinner. We just spent the afternoon chilling by the little plunge pool that we have, although it's a jacuzzi, and so like it's really hot water, or like warm, but in the sun it's just boiling. It's like just sitting in a bath, which isn't the nicest when you're trying to relax, well not relax, but cool off from the actual heat. Today's been windier, so it's been a bit cooler, but still just a bit unbearable. So we're gonna head out now for sunset, just grab some dinner at like nowhere fancy, but I've ended up wearing like a shirt and trousers because I've not worn it this trip. This is not the best mirror to show you in. I'll go inside and show you actually. I thought this would be okay. This is a little better. There's actually loads of mirrors in here, but they've all got like things in front of them. But I've just gone for a little Ralph Lauren top, some linen trousers from Zara, and then these are just like Birkenstock dupes. I don't know what shoes to wear because I have like some more Birkenstocks there, and then just like plain shoes, but I feel like this is nice and casual. This top I actually got from Vinted for like 15 quid, and then I took it to the tailors near my old flat in London, and they hemmed it and sorted out the sleeves and stuff so it fits like a lot nicer. When I put my sunglasses there, sometimes I feel like Simon Cowell, but obviously they'll be on my head anyway. But yeah, that's me for the night. I'll speak to you guys in a bit. So this is not wise or clever at all. I don't know if it's going to come up much on camera. Also, sorry, Ty's playing Beyonce in the shower, so that's why I thought I'd update you now. I got a bit burnt today. I've been so good this whole trip with like SPF 50, and usually I tan amazingly. And I was like, I'm not tanning at all. So obviously today's our, well, I've not said, but today's like our last full day. We fly home tomorrow afternoon, and so I thought I'll lay out without SPF on for like half an hour. So I did that at lunch. Obviously peak sun UV 11. I've got sunglasses marks which I've never had before, so it's good to know that my sunglasses are doing something. The tan lines on my body, I can't show you. It wouldn't be safe to show you. I feel like this video would get taken down. But yeah, I'm already sore. I like didn't feel at all like I was burning. I know there was like a breeze and stuff, so you don't feel as hot, and I was like in and out of the pool, but my skin obviously just wasn't feeling sore at all. And then I went to the bathroom and I was getting a bit pink, and like, you know, you can't see obviously in direct light that you're burning. And now as time's going by and I realised I was looking at myself and I was like, what is this like line in the side of my head? And I was like, is that just like a dodgy haircut? And then I just got in the shower and it was stinging, and I thought, that will be the sunburn coming through. I don't usually like burn. I'm quite good at like, I don't know, like, you know, some people obviously are more prone to burning. I don't burn too much. I usually just get a nice little bit of a tan. So I'm praying that this, like, my face doesn't start peeling off. I've been wearing like my Elizabeth Arden SPF, which like I'm like, that's like my holy grail. Like that, I feel like that's like a really nice, good quality face SPF. And then my like Garnier CC cream, which is also SPF 50. So my face, I feel like wasn't prepared. I was also wearing a cap and sunglasses. Obviously the sun was shining down there, so the cap probably wasn't really doing much. At some point as well, I had my cap over my face, and so after about half an hour I put sun cream on. It was too late. She did her damage. And so yeah, that's me. Bright red day before the flight, so I'm hoping that some SPF will cover up this. I didn't bring like any concealer or like skin makeup other than my CC cream, and so maybe I won't put too much blush on today. I don't need it. I'm already red. But we're gonna go now for like a walk into Fiera, which is the capital of Santorini. Just have a bit of like a stroll. We didn't really want to like do any like activities or anything too much today. We wanted to like chill, but then also like make the most of being here. So that's why we're doing a day at the pool, and then this evening go have like a nice walk. It's only a 25-minute walk to Fiera. It's cooling down a bit now. It's been around like 27 degrees today, so it's getting a bit cooler now. Obviously sun's getting weaker, so hopefully we won't die too much walking there. It's a bit downhill and then it goes up, so it teases you in and then all of a sudden you just died on the way there. But it should be nice. We're going to grab some gyros there. We've not actually had gyros this whole time. I tried to get them the first night when I was scammed. All the other nights I've got like chicken Slovaki, which is like more like chunky chicken, and like it's not like fries in like a flatbread. Like you usually get it with like some pita bread and like peppers and bits like that. So I had that last night. Honestly, I feel like I was scammed again because it was just 3 skewers of chicken for 25 quid with, I think it was 4 slivers of like a tomato fritter. Apparently to me it was more like a tortilla chip, so I felt a bit scammed there again. But the restaurant was really nice and like no one else was there. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I need to start going to places that are busy. But we're going to try and get gyros again tonight. Gyros, or I don't even know, I can't do the other pronunciation, how you actually meant to say it, but I'm gonna try and get that tonight, have a little bit of a walk, and then come back here, maybe like have a drink, chill in the jacuzzi, and then that'll be our final night. Our flight isn't until 2 tomorrow afternoon, so we've got like a bit of time in the morning just like have a nice breakfast, maybe lay out by the pool again, and the airport is literally like 5 minutes away. I didn't realise how small Santorini was. So we're actually staying like towards the top of the island, and the airport is this here, so it's like a 8-minute drive somehow. So yeah, luckily we don't have to spend too long traveling tomorrow, that's the word. So we should be able to like have a nice day at the pool, and then, or nice morning at the pool, and then go to the airport. The issue is whenever I travel home, I worry about like, I had a really bad experience at Paris airport where we waited ages in the airport and then suddenly realized we had to go for like border security at the gate, and there was a huge queue. And so I do worry like with the like going home flight sometimes. I mean, we had an awful experience here, so I don't want to cut it too fine at the airport and miss that flight because I've got work on Monday. But sometimes like in Rhodes we had 2.5 hours to go in the airport, and that just feels like such wasted time when you could be outside enjoying the last bits of your holiday. So I don't want to get there too early. I feel like we'll probably leave at like 12. And yeah, that's us really. I'm gonna go and get ready now for the evening, and then I'll speak to you guys when we're maybe back, like tomorrow morning. Who knows? Hope you're enjoying this vlog so far. Still a bit bad. This is one of the Ritz-Carlton yachts, and we're now just stood here doing some people watching to see how rich these people are when they get off. Hello, I'm still looking sunburned. I don't know if it's actually, is it too windy to film out here? I don't think so. I think it's okay. But I don't think I'd be speaking to you until the morning. And also, this man, whilst we're walking through the lanes, was like, let me try this skincare on your face. So I look a little bit crazy. We'll get onto that. But we just did a little bit of shopping. And I felt like I couldn't not show you guys. So I wasn't expecting to get any La Mer. The last time we bought some La Mer was at Christmas time for Ty. But we saw someone walking through the lanes in Fira with a bag, and there wasn't really like all of the shops in Fira that we saw were like souvenir shops, and I kept seeing people with like Sephora bags and this La Mer bag and like Calvin Klein bags. I was like, where are they shopping? Also, all of the rooms around me must be like, well, this boy just shut up. But we walked into this department store and they had La Mer and they had a sale on, so we picked up a couple of bits. Let me move you back a bit. So I've been needing to get a new renewal oil, which is like their serum. This is a souvenir magnet for my mum. We've got a little sample bag, little toiletry bag full of goodies for purchasing 2 products. So why did I do a peace sign? We got the new renewal oil. So I bought this, I want to say last summer, and we're just running out now. It's at home. And this just like makes my skin so nice and glowy, and so I wanted to get another one of these. And yeah, so it was £30 discount, and then also with, I don't actually understand how it works when you've got like, you claim back the tax, but she gave us like, she took my passport number and gave us a form, and we get like another 11% off, and then also exchange rate. So basically this was free. And then Ty has the creme de la mer. We've got a couple of them, but he's been wanting to try the soft cream. We tried this in the south of France last summer, and well, that's where we first discovered La Mer, and this was what he tried originally, and his skin like looked so smooth. We've been using creme de la mer because that's like their flagship one, but picked up a soft cream as well, and this was 210 euros. And then after like everything, I think it was like £140. So seemed quite reasonable. Does it seem reasonable? Probably not. But yeah, these were just like a lot cheaper to get here. And then we got a little toiletry pouch. Ty's box at Christmas came in like this nice like blue velvet box which matches this. So now we've got like a little matching set. She gave us so much. The woman was so lovely. She said that she was working in Bond Street last summer. So we're having a right old catch up, and she gave us like double samples for like everything because there was 2 of us. She was just so nice. So I'm not actually too sure what we've got. We've got here 2 micro peels, and then the moisturising soft lotion, so another moisturising soft, the revitalising hydration serum, and then 3 more things. Micro peel, eye balm intense. So we also have the eye concentrate, which is like, they do this whole range, which is, I guess is their concentrate range, and you can buy the concentrate, which is like their flagship ingredient. That was like £500, and I was like, it's just, I'm not at that point yet. I don't feel like I need that yet. I mean, it might be really preventative, but it just seems a lot. So what did I say? We've got the Eye Balm Intense, 2 of those, another micro pill. So we've got like 3 micro pills, I think, a couple of Eye Balm Intenses. So these are 3 millilitres. So that's 6 mil already. And like the ones, the smallest size they start at, I think is like 5 mil, then it's like 15. So like, that's already a full size product. Another moisturising soft. So if we got, so that's a moisturising soft. So we've already got 2 moisturising softs. And then, sorry, I feel like I need to, this is what I'm looking at. Also, I just ordered some room service. We got gyros whilst we were in Fira, which was like really nice, but I realised that Fira is like the going out place, and so we were walking around looking for like good gyros, and I thought it was going to be like a nice restaurant with a view. Then I realised that it was almost like the UK's kebab shops, and all of them were just like takeaway places. So we got some gyros. They were actually really nice. They're the best ones we've had this trip. All of the gyros I've been trying to get has ended up being like Slovakia, which is without chips or pita. Anyway, we then got all of these as well. So we've got moisturising soft, moisturising soft, moisturising soft. We've got 4 moisturising soft creams. So we've got, we do maths, 1.5. So that's 6 millilitres, plus another 3 millilitres, plus a 60 ml. We've got a whole lot of it. God, that's like, I mean, if you know like Priceless La Mer, I think it starts at like 15 ml, maybe like a smaller one, not too sure. Anyway, we've got the night cream. This is what I always try when I'm in the store, so I'm going to be savouring this. And then 2 treatment lotions. We actually were really kind, we were really kind of gifted, not at all. We were speaking to a lady in the Selfridges in Liverpool. Was it Selfridges or like John Lewis? And that was like after we first discovered it. So she gave us some of the treatment lotion to try. I don't know how it works. It does make your skin feel really soft, but they sort of sell it as it like makes the other skincare products like work even better. So yeah, not too sure about that. That seems like a scam to me. They should just work, but got a couple of these as well. So really, I've got a bounty over here. Let me like flip it around and show you. I'm chuffed. And then I need to figure out how on earth we do this whole something to declare, because I thought nothing to declare was like the TV show. So I'm not too sure if we need to like do anything on the other side. She told us we need to get our hotel to sign something, and the concierge service at the hotel is actually really nice, so I'll pop over to them tomorrow and get them to sign something before we fly. So this is all of them all together. I'm just really excited to use some of this on my sunburnt face. Oh, and then, sorry, gonna finish off the story time now. So then we're walking through the lanes, and this man I've like seen, so we went to Fira earlier on in the week, and there's like a skincare shop. It looks really nice and like really like high tech. They had like some machines in there, but he was like, oh, excuse me, like, I don't know if he saw the La Mer bag, so he knew we were in the market for some skincare. I feel like that was just like shouting to everyone, because then loads of people were like, come in here, and I was like, why are you trying to sell us stuff because I've got a shopping bag? But we bumped, so the man called us over, and he was like, oh, like, your skin looks really nice. He was like, can I give you some samples? And I was like, here we go, like, I can't be arsed. We wanted to get home. My sunburn on my legs is just so painful, and like my chino shorts were like rubbing against it. Honestly, it felt like someone had like scour pads on my legs. But he was like, oh, like, let me give you some cream. After sun. I was like, is that a read? I was like, how dare you? But I was like, sure. And he was like, oh, like, do you want to try this? So I went in the shop with him, this place called Viva. He said it was like an American brand, but he was like, it's all organic, like, it's really nice. It looked really fancy. He was like, let me see your under eyes. And I thought, excuse me, like, he like asked me to take off my sunglasses, did the same time. He was like, oh, your under eyes are really nice, like, what to use? I was like, nothing. And also I'm covered in sunburn at the moment. Honestly, this looks awful on the camera. And anyway, he was like, oh, like, let me like show you this. Like, he started telling us the benefits, like eye cream, like Ty obviously uses the La Mer one, so we're talking about that. He gave us like this eye cream, he was like, you're gonna like feel it tightening, and I'm thinking, my skin's very sensitive already, I don't want someone like putting this like active ingredient on my under eyes. He was like, oh, it's all organic and like stuff, and like really trying to sell it to us, and I'm thinking, I can't be asked for this. It ended up being like £250 for the small size, which gave you like 30 uses, and it was like one of those products that like you put on, then he had me use a fan, and it like, my skin like tightened on this under eye compared to like this under eye, and he was like, oh, you got dark circles. I thought, rude, like, I don't think I've got dark circles at all. But anyway, he gave us these. I was like, we're here all week, like, we'll just pop back, let me see if I have like any reactions. He was like, if you was allergic, you'd know in like 30 seconds it'd be burning. I was like, haha, like sure. So I got his card. We're not going to be going back because our flight's tomorrow, but at least I got some after sun. And that was it really. Anything else in here? No, just my mum's fridge magnet. Whenever I go on holiday, but it's a bit harsh, like not harsh, but yeah, it's more for my benefit. She gets a fridge magnet, and so I have like at home all the magnets of like all the places I've been, but that's her souvenir. She's always like, am I getting a fridge magnet? And she gets one. This one has like a little cute windmill on it. But yeah, that's us for the evening. I'm gonna package this back up. Someone's walking past. I knew this would happen. The room service just came. I like heard the buggy coming, and he was like, "Oh, like," he was like, "Is this your brand?" I was like, "No, no." But it looks like we've got like a proper formal setup. And then he saw the tripod. I was just like on FaceTime to my friend. He was like, "Okay." He was like, "You're an influencer?" I was like, "No." As if anyone is watching me do a little mayo unboxing. So we just got room service. I ordered a smash burger because I was still hungry after the gyros. It was like £5, so it was tiny. But yeah, we're just gonna have some burgers now, and then picked up a couple of Coronas, gonna chill in the jacuzzi tonight. I'm gonna show you the view now because it's just so pretty outside. And then I don't really want to be up too late, but our flight's not exactly early tomorrow, so I can have a bit of a lie-in. I think we're gonna have like a late breakfast anyway, so have a little bit of a lie-in tomorrow morning, and then yeah, that'll be us on the way back home to see the girls. And we've been getting loads of updates actually from our dog sitter, and the girls look like they're having the best time, and they're like sleeping in the bed and on the sofa and stuff, so I feel like they're gonna hate us when we get back, and I'm like, you're not allowed in our bed. But yeah, I'm sure they'll be excited to see us anyway. We get back at maybe like 6 o'clock tomorrow. I've also been trying to do this spiky hairstyle again, and I don't know how I feel. But anyway, yeah, let me show you the view now, and then I'm gonna go tuck into my burger, and I'll speak to you in the morning. We've actually not been like on this side yet to see the sunset because we keep going to other towns. So like you would have seen the view that we've been seeing. That's of the volcano on the other side of the island, which is basically at the top of our hill. So like a 5-minute walk up there. But yeah, this is our view from over here. We've got a couple of islands here. I've never been to an island in Greece where like you can just see so many islands. If I go up here, you've got even more. But yeah, this is our view. We've got another little mountain over there, the pool and like bar up there, and then obviously our little area here, me doing my unboxing. Kind of looks like it's slid over.